Welcome back to the Lucky Underdogs podcast, where we highlight the underdogs that don't get that. Shit, let me restart. Kind of fucked
Yeah,
that one.
you can run it back.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Lucky Underdogs podcast, where we highlight the guys that don't get the media coverage, who don't really get all the playing time, but when they do, they make the most out of their opportunities. It's your boy CJ Procise.
And you got your boy Corey Holmes here.
Yeah. And back as after a long vacation, it's your boy Devin Butler back in the thing. What's going on,
Hey,
y'all?
gang is all here. The gang is all here. Yeah, it's been a
Back
minute.
together, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the Three Musketeers. You feel me?
That part.
Mm-hmm.
Well, last time we spoke, I think it was me and CJ on, and we were talking about spring ball. And I know you were in, you were at Notre Dame at the time, but it was before you had seen your first practice. So what you remember from the last practice you had seen, CJ? The team looking good?
Yeah, man. First and foremost, man. I mean the facilities, all the new buildings that went up around campus. I mean, them boys looking good.
Yeah,
like, they got Chick-fil-A. You know,
I know
all
they don't got Chick-fil-A.
like, man, it's them boys living real good right now. So I just gotta. I mean, listen, if right now is a great time to be a Notre Dame football player, even when it's cold. Like you got a lot of buildings to walk through now. It ain't like all before you got to walk out in snow, brother. They got a little bit better than we do, but
right, no long stretches in the snow.
Yeah, man, they about to get a new Goog. Like, yeah, them
really?
boys.
They about to get a new Goog.
What you mean? They're gonna tear it down? Like, how are they gonna do it?
No.
Man.
Wow.
The old one going to like other sports. I think the other sports might take it and like take a couple of rooms, like take half of it.
And they building a whole new facility for them, the whole new Goog?
Whole new Goog right in front of the new one, older one. Right in front of
Yo, that's beautiful.
That's crazy. That's all right. Them boys don't know how good they got it, man.
Yeah,
I'm sure Eddie Street probably look totally different now. Like
Eddie Street, like the whole thing is just all apartments. I ain't gonna lie, Eddie Street low key kind of dropped. Kind of dropped the ball.
That fell off a little bit.
Because they could have, like how the first part is like, restaurants on the bottom and then apartments on top. They built like three streets down. It's all apartments. No restaurants, no bars. Like it could have put a little bit of something in there that you kind of make it look like they could have made it a spot where nobody even have to go down to CJ's and stuff. Like they could have built like right there, but I guess that wasn't what their plan was. They wanted to have just all housing.
Tell them come holler at Precisely Investments, man. We get a nice little venue up in there. Hey, listen, 2.0 on Eddie Street. 2.0.
We definitely have feed. We definitely have a feed on Eddie Street, man. That'd be. But let me get back to football. We got a little off track, but no. I mean, first, obviously, like the facilities are great, but the staff, starting with the staff, man, it's like Coach Freeman down, man. It's a big change in culture from when we were there. The guys, the guys, it's so much more camaraderie. I feel like even between the coaches and the players. The staircase that we never really used. It was right next to the coaches' locker room. Like everybody uses it. They use it to go up the training table. They don't nobody even uses the staircase that we use. It was all the way down the hall at the entrance. So it's definitely more like just more camaraderie just within the whole building. And then within the practice, since obviously I was there early. It was like I think it was their second practice or third practice. They were putting on pads the day after I left, so I didn't really get to see too much hitting or nothing like that. They had shells on, so I just got to see some of the kind of the first installs of the offense and the defense. Got to see some of the starters. The start of the spring starters right now. You never never know how that's gonna go by the time the season start. But a lot of young guys. This definitely looking forward to seeing them make some plays, definitely in the spring game here. And then, when fall camp comes, obviously Jeremiah Love is the guy who's been, the guy who's been really hyped up and has his role is definitely increased exponentially. So we'll definitely see a lot of him coming up, and I think Jadarian Price, him as well. I think both him and Jeremiah Love are definitely going to see a lot of touches this year within that offense, especially early on. And then Jaden Thomas looked really good, just as far as being a leader, being that guy. Out in receivers, I know the receivers kind of some question marks in there about the receiver, but I think that receiver room is strong, man. It's real strong. The slot position especially is I mean
in good hands, huh?
Honestly, I can't really even think I think we might have the best slot position in the country. Like I'm being real deal. Like within the guy within the lacrosse kid, he's a dog. Jaden, Greathouse, they love him in the slot. And then the new transfer, what is his name? I literally forget the kid's name, but I think the kid from FIU.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Getting it done.
He a dog. He's he a route guy, like got stupid speed. Mm-hmm. He got that like speed where it's like, dang, like he beat me. It's like he already gone past you. Like
when did that happen?
Out of there.
He got that kind of speed. And then Greathouse is just like Greathouse is just really solid overall. He can do everything. Route running, catch the ball, bigger guy. And then I forget the cross kid's name, but he's a monster.
Jordan Faison. Yo, I'm glad you brought him back up, yo. Because
monster.
That's a crazy story. Definitely right? I actually personally met him because he's from South Florida. Mm-hmm. So he and his dad, they actually had visited the gym that I was working at not too long ago. Yeah. And when they came by and mentioned that they were looking into Notre Dame, they mentioned the lacrosse part because I'm like, Notre Dame's lacrosse, that's actually like a legit school for lacrosse. And he was coming from a school down here in South Florida who was also, a good lacrosse school. But he played quarterback in high school, believe it or not. So he was kind of like just a football player, right? Just a ball player. So it was good meeting him, and it's good now to see him at Notre Dame, and he's all in the headlines of Notre Dame has now a dual sport athlete, Jordan Faison, who's going to be a part of the lacrosse team, who's probably on their way to win another natty. I don't know if y'all know.
For sure, definitely.
Yeah, we like that. So the fact that the fact that we got a football player on the lacrosse team, that's what's up, man. That's cool.
He scored like 5 goals one game. He's like that. Like he had like a behind the head goal like in the game.
Oh,
he's like that.
I'm like, yo,
I ain't gonna let us forget about my homie Nick Ocello, man. He was really the first. He was the first lacrosse player.
Shout out Nick. He went pro. Didn't he go pro?
Shout out. I think he's still playing though. He might have retired. He a little old now.
I know Kavanaugh's still playing, I think. But.
Oh yeah. Them boys, they had some beasts on that team. They had some athletes for sure. Mm-hmm. For sure, man. But I definitely.
Yo, go ahead. I was gonna ask you too, Dev, because CJ mentioned Jeremiah Love. Me and Joe, we had talked about him on our previous episode, and they was killing me on Twitter because I had posted that he was number 12 from last year, and I didn't clarify that he's now number 4. So I'm clarifying that he is now number 4 this season coming up. All right. So I'm talking about number 4, Jeremiah Love, and I had read some Dev where they said that they gonna be putting him at running back, obviously, and at the slot some. How you think that's going to be for the offense next year, having a guy like him that they can implement in the backfield and at the slot?
Yeah, that's definitely going to be what they need because, a lot of what we were seeing last year, it was very cut and dry, real one-dimensional on what you knew what they was going to do, but being able to have someone that they know can make plays and that they know they can plug him into several different positions on the field, that's going to be love for the team and for him. You know what I mean? It's going to be love for him as an individual. And the team is definitely going to eat off of that. Like being able to have one person strong and everybody else also picking up and doing their thing too. Like you're just going to see that's just going to take them off, man. It's going to go up.
Yeah, I feel like having a gadget guy, like if you have the guy that you can kind of just plug and place anywhere in the offense, like it helps everybody else too. It's almost like having a guy like Luka Doncic on the floor, right? Like he's such a problem, and he can hit hurt you anywhere on the court like Jeremiah can hurt you anywhere on the field. That it just opened up. That's why we see he get like 10 dimes a game because he just creates so many opportunities for other guys on the field too. So we'll probably see the same with Jeremiah Love. But yeah, I was watching watching some highlights from today. So to the media was allowed at practice today. And CJ, I also remember you because we were asking about Riley Leonard, when we had spoke last, and you were like, just know he gonna be there in the fall. Just know he gonna be there in the fall. Well, it was a little bit after that we found out that he had gotten that second surgery on his ankle. Right. So he's recovering pretty well, if you ask me, though, because what I saw again in that video that I was referencing, he's getting like some mental reps. He's getting those reps where the other guys probably running with the ones, they got another quarterback at the ones, but he's just getting like those reps behind the play, where he kind of just like going through his reads and kind of just, just going through the motions. But I think we're going to be good. I think we're in good hands with Riley Leonard. I'm saying all that to say that I think he's going to be fun because we were talking about how, it's a missed opportunity for him to get, gain some of that camaraderie, gain some of that chemistry with the wide receivers. But, this is also a time for those wide receivers to kind of gain knowledge of the playbook and kind of just get those reps in and get the muscle memory with what we got going here. So, man, I think we got a bright future here at Notre Dame for sure.
Man. I guess I'll speak a little bit on the quarterback position on just what I've seen, I think I'm glad we got Riley Leonard. I would say that in hindsight. Earlier on, I wasn't saying that, but I'm glad we got him. We're gonna need him. Need him.
Yes.
Oh man.
What you mean by that? No, I'm playing.
I said what I said, man. Hey. I think we need them to get healthy, get that timing right with them receivers, man. Because the receiver room is strong. Like it's some guys who can make plays. We just gotta get the ball to them.
That's it.
We gotta get the ball to them, and then I think just Riley Leonard's dual threat is what makes him the fit for the offense. The other two guys really don't got the mobility to kind of fit for. To really make the offense go like it can. I think Riley Leonard, his mobility will make the offense really go. Because I can just see, you can see just a little bit more scramble, like, some scramble drills with the receivers we got, guys who can make plays, down the field, after the quarterback kind of gets out the pocket and stuff. Because, we'll be dealing with a new playbook, a lot of running, a lot of, downhill runs and stuff. So guys will have a chance to, kind of break free from coverage and trying to, get open when the quarterback kind of get out the pocket and Jelly and the other guy, they don't really do it. They don't really do as well outside the pocket. They're more like just pocket passers. At this point.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, it was one thing that I'd say that's still the same now than it was when we were there is that there's we got a star-studded cast, and I mean, like, we got a lot of players on this team who got some dads that got some time in the league, right? Yeah. Like, did y'all know that Ryan Clark's son actually just transferred into Notre Dame from Arizona State?
I did see that. I was reading that somewhere. That's all right there.
Like I like how we building our rosters through these transfers and obviously through recruiting. Like, I don't know, like we were talking about before we got on, the recruiting classes, they're looking really good for Notre Dame right now. And actually, our 2025 class ranked number 1. So we out there on the road doing something. But, back to my point of, we got a star-studded cast. Yvonne Taylor, Ike Taylor's son.
We got
him coming in that.
Got Jerome Bettis Jr.
Jerome Bettis Jr. Who else we got? We got Plexico Burr's son.
I think he got 2 sons, don't he?
Does he?
Yeah, I think he's got 2 of them. I'm pretty sure. No. I think it might just be just the one. Yeah.
But Elijah, it's all in one class, right? And these dudes got 4 stars next to their name, so I know they come. I mean, considering who their dads are, they got to come with just a little bit of talent. But it looks like they've been proving themselves too. At the high school level, they got some size. We got 6 foot. 174. That's Yvonne Taylor. Oh, Burgess, 6'4", 240.
Yeah, ain't no little boy. Ain't no little boy now.
No.
I bet you it's probably somebody else in that class we don't even know about. Probably dad played 15 years in the league.
Yeah, I know, right?
No, for sure. That's how it is. But
like
I mean, honestly, why wouldn't you send your son to Notre Dame? I mean, the coaching staff there is great. The history is great. The education gonna be top tier. So I'm sure a lot of guys that played in the league that had teammates that was, domers and stuff like that. They see the type of men that come out of that blue and gold. So why wouldn't they want their kids to be? I think that's probably, in my opinion, that's kind of like the biggest compliment you could get is somebody that played, years in the NFL and trusting you and entrusting your university with their kid. Like that's a pretty big compliment right there.
Yeah. Absolutely. It is. And hopefully, these people continue to send their kids there because, it's proven well for us too. I mean, we talk about guys like Corey Robinson, the Admiral's son. He was there when we were there.
Yeah.
It was cool, of course. He was one obviously.
We
had some stars.
John Bon Jovi's son. We had.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, we had John Bon Jovi's son. Like,
come
on, yo, that was crazy. And then Torrey Hunter. Torrey Hunter Jr. Torrey's dad. Was
Victoria legend.
Yeah, man. So hopefully we can keep getting those underdogs. We need some more lucky underdogs.
I think kind of like Connor Hanratty. I think his dad was like a.
Oh yeah, no, his dad was definitely a legend, like a Pittsburgh legend. I'm pretty sure.
I'm not sure, but I think he might have did he win the Heisman or something? Like he was
something like that. He definitely was a legend. He definitely was a legend.
Who y'all just mentioned?
Connor Hanratty. Before your time, young dude. It was before your time, young boy. You don't know nothing about that.
I'm like, I don't. I'm like, who is it? Connor who?
That was back when we was Adidas, man. Hanratty was there when we was still Adidas.
Oh yeah, I got like some like the leftover Adidas that they was just trying to get rid of.
Yeah. You got the recruit Adidas package. You got the recruit joint. Like, here you go, bro. You can take
all the leftovers. Thinking I'm getting blessed with some nice Notre Dame gear.
Nah, that's all the gloves that ain't nobody wanted.
Nobody wanted.
It's all love, dude.
Oh man. I'm glad we went Under Armour though. That was a good transition.
It was definitely was.
Much
underrated for sure.
Supposedly, Nike offered us.
Really?
And we didn't want to be we could have been a top. I think they said we could have been a top 5 Nike school.
Word.
Oh my God.
This was like a recent offer?
This was back when they did.
Probably
the contract was up with Adidas.
I think this is recent.
Recent. I wonder how many years we got left.
I think they just re-signed with. I think they just re-signed with Under Armour not too long ago.
Oh, did they? So yeah, it's good. So we probably were Under Armour for a while now.
I feel like Notre Dame wouldn't look right with Nike though.
Like, I'm really trying to pick Notre Dame look right. I feel like I can't see it.
I think it's like it's almost, I think Nike would try to do too much. Like I just feel like
right.
But it's multicolored jerseys and all types of crazy stuff. It's like nah, bro.
Yeah, right.
Simple.
Yeah,
I like Under Armour. I don't think Under Armour has let us down too far. I mean, it's been a couple of Shamrock series that I would have passed on.
That's probably
that's part of the game, though. You charge that to the game. You know what I
mean?
The
Yankees one we could have passed on the uniform.
Yeah. That blue with the pin. That was definitely pass.
That's the first one that came to mind. I'm like, we could have let that one.
We could have did without that one. but nah, like
that green joint from when they played when we played Army though. We played Army, Joe.
Oh, those. Yeah, like the dark green ones. Yeah, those are all right. I thought you were gonna say the ones we wore in Boston. Those were all right. Those were nice.
Oh yeah.
The ones we won in Boston.
Yeah.
None gonna be
early Shamrock series was kind of undefeated. I ain't gonna lie.
Gonna beat the Dallas Cowboys. We played
Adidas went out with a bang. They said this our last one.
I ain't gonna lie, that one ain't been topped yet.
Sure.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
that was a beautiful uniform right there. That was a beautiful job. Yeah, I remember that freshman year. in the start. You know I'm a Cowboys fan too. So in there, I'm like, oh my.
It probably wasn't nothing like that.
Man, I'm like, yeah, this home right here. I'm like, they need to go ahead and pick me up after this, Joe. You feel me?
Facts.
Yeah.
Well, all right, fellas. Man, it was a good one. I guess we're gonna have to save some topics for them for next time, huh?
Yeah. We might got to, man. But I before we slide though,
what's up?
I do just want to shout out my alma mater, Gonzaga, with 2 first-round predicted athletes. We got the offensive tackle from Penn State, Olu, and then we got Caleb Williams, who's probably gonna go number 1. You know what I mean? And not to toot my own horn, but I was there with them boys when they were sophomores. You feel me?
Yeah.
I was with them in camp. I had to get them right. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to let them know, like, nah, bro, like this is what it's supposed to look like when you really above the competition. Like every day it's supposed to look like it. Like it's not supposed to just be once in the blue moon. Like you got to make sure every day the competition knows I'm above you, I'm better than you, and hey, if it hurts your feelings, do something about it, man. Them boys went on and lost only like 3 or 4 games in their high school career. Like, them boys did that.
Coach Dad, where's the wisdom? I ain't say that.
Yeah.
I don't know what them boys would
be.
I'm
trying to tell you. And I knew Caleb Williams was going to be special.
Yeah.
Dude came in as a freshman, starting quarterback on varsity, took them boys to the ship. They lost on some BS at the end of the game. I'm talking about as a freshman. He going against
middle school
dudes. Man, you feel me? Little boy voice ain't even changed yet, man. Dude ain't even had no facial hair, nothing. Still squeaky voice. But he doing this thing though.
Yeah, salute that man. Hey, he was a Trojan though, so I don't know if we need to be giving him too much.
He was a Sooner for real. He is Sooner for real.
I don't know. You must be talking about a Trojan on the ND platform.
We talking about an Eagle, man. We talking about a Gonzaga Eagle, man. That's what we talking about. DC youngin, man. DC's finest, man. That's all I'm saying. I'll let you talk about your Aquinas boys no matter what.
I know.
So, hey, man, you feel me? Chill out on me, man. I'm hyped right now, bro.
He going to the Midwest, so all of those Notre Dame fans, a lot of them Chicago Bears fans. So
they're going to have to root for him at some point. They're going to have to.
They're going to be rooting for him.
For sure.
Eventually, they're going to let him. They're going to like him painting his nails. I think it's swaggy. He paint his nails.
Do you?
Well, it's his own swag. It's his own thing. Like that's what he do.
With the hot take.
That's what
man. To each their own. I'd never tell another grown man what he can is not supposed to do. Hey, man,
I love it, man, because he like, bro. I'm out here balling. I'm about to go first overall. I'm about to paint my nails.
They need to keep that at USC. They need to keep that.
Yeah, for sure. I don't want to see no Notre Dame boys painting their nails. That's all good, bro. I don't think Coach Freeman going for that anyway. I don't think he doesn't strike me. He doesn't strike me. Not that there's anything wrong with painting your nails.
No, I'm just self-expression.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, but yeah, man. Shout out to them Gonzaga Eagles, man. That's all I wanted to say real quick. Yeah. But shout out to them Gonzaga Eagles. You know, two first-round teammates from high school. That's like the first time since like 2018.
That's tough.
And I'm gonna tell you when I knew the boy Caleb was special. I was coaching them. It was right after his freshman season. This was when I was in between stints in the CFL. Came back for fall camp for them boys. Helped the coach, the varsity, the DBs. Shout out to a couple of them boys. I had some dudes signed at Wisconsin. Some dudes went to the Naval Academy. We had some ballers out there, man. But dude was a sophomore. It was a sophomore camp. Hadn't even played his sophomore season. We doing one-on-ones one day. Dude done thrown 4 back shoulder fades to the field. Like, on a line, bro. I'm talking about zipping them joints right past ear holes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, that boy special.
Yeah, he got
I was like, yeah, that boy different. I'm like, nah, that's different right there. That's different, bro. Like, I'm talking about to the field
too,
from far hash, though. Like, and he doing it like it's nothing, though. Like, zipping them joints. Sophomore. Not even 16 yet, bro. I'm like, oh yeah. Okay. Shawty different. Shawty was different, man.
Yeah, we'll see him on Sunday.
I was in his ear telling him to go to Notre Dame then. Like I told him then, come on, holla at the Irish. You feel me?
Right.
We had him. That would be a different story, man.
I know. We might have a slow
ring. We'd have had it. Oh no, we would have had us a ring.
This year, I think
they would have had them a ring. They would have won something. They would have won something.
For
sure.
We beat Michigan. We beat Michigan for sure.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
I can't believe
Michigan is. We don't even got to talk about that. We don't even got to talk about that.
I think all these fans everywhere now. All of a sudden, I ain't never seen a Michigan fan till this year.
Man, I'm telling you, bro.
Right, bandwagons, yo. Most of these programs, honestly.
Never seen a Michigan fan until this year. Yeah. After this, I never see them again.
Yeah.
Right. I'm trying to tell you.
All right, for real. Yeah.
For real, man. But I definitely think it's been a good off season. I think it's going to be a great draft.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited to see what goes on this year, man. I'm excited to see what those boys are going to do in the spring game, because that definitely gives you a nice little preview of the attitude of the team. It doesn't always give you, to solidify who's going to start where, who's doing what, but it does give you a preview into the attitude of the team going into the next year. And I think that's something that's super key. And Coach Freeman has always been a great attitude coach, always been somebody that's been disciplined and has been a great motivator. Like, I don't think I've ever watched any of his teams and thought that those dudes wasn't motivated to play for them out there. So it's going to be exciting to see, man. Like, I feel like this could be one of them years, man. This could be kind of cliche to say, but I definitely feel like this could be one of them years, man. I feel it. Pause. No Diddy. Yeah. No Diddy.
Hey, you say or not, man, like it's just the reality, right? Like when you combine talent and just that mindset, and then you have a leader like Coach Freeman, it's the recipe for success, and that's a recipe for a ring. Hey, I think we can do it, honestly.
At the quarterback position, as long as we good there, we all right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think it definitely is a big thing when you have a team that had experienced early season success, being real high ranked and being real in that conversation, and then they just so happen to fall short towards the end of the year. Like that next year, that team always comes out swinging, and they coming out a little harder. I mean, when you look at Notre Dame's team from 2014 when Everett came back, and we started off 6-0, then we got let down at Florida State when they cheated us. And then we finished that season like 9-4 or whatever. But then that next season in 2015 though, we come out swinging, starting off like 8-0 or something like that. Like we started off going crazy. It was one game away from the playoffs. So I think it's definitely going to be some good celebratory football for the Irish next year. I can feel it.
You good, man?
Wilding. Crazy. Yeah, man.
Hey, look, I think that's a wrap, fellas. Hey, wherever you're listening to us or watching us, don't forget to subscribe to the Lucky Underdogs podcast. But that is myself, Dev, CJ. This is us signing out. We'll holla at y'all next time.
Peace.